And we see today, in today's episode of Naruto, the birth of pretty much the new legendary Sanin. And it was just so crazy just to see how all of them are so comparable to, Orochimaru, Tsunade, and Jiraiya. And just seeing, like, all, like, Naruto, Sasuke, and, like, Sakura just able to summon, all the summoning jutsus right there. And it just reminded me so much of, like, the original, like, anime, when the original Naruto, when they all had that freeway deadlock. And that was, like, one of those highlights to me before I even saw, some even more greater moments in the series. Like, oh, this looks sick. They're using all their summoning jutsus, and it really took me back on, like, memory lane when I watched this episode. It was like, fuck, I remember these fucking good days like that, like, when I first got into Naruto and stuff. So we see at the start of this episode that Naruto summons Gamakichi, which is, like, grown the fuck up. Like, Sasuke's got, like, a new, I think, like, one of, like, maybe Manda's sons, like, Aoda, and also as well, like, Sakura's got Katsuya, and they've all got their jobs. Katsuya's gonna heal, and Naruto like gonna jump in with Gamakichi, which is pretty sick. He was like blocking blades left and right and stuff like that. And just Aoda, he was just sliding through him, like he was just sliding through these bitches. Like, I ain't got time for you right now. And it's like, Sasuke plowing for him. He didn't give a fuck. He was just doing lightning blades, Dories. He was just Amaterasu like that. He was just going through him, and I really liked that Sasuke and Naruto did a joint style. It was like an Inferno Wind style, like Amaterasu Odama Rasen Shuriken when they threw it at the Ten Tails as they have like clean opening like that. It like joined together, and now as I say, I guess we really are like the most compatible since wind helps fire grow stronger and all that, and it's like. And you get to see the technique, and it does some serious damage to like the Ten Tails, and it's like all of that helped in the end, because if it really wasn't for like, if you meant that like Katsuya is like the only one that's keeping up pretty much the alliance right now, because Naruto can't use his QB cloaks right now, and the other like members of the war, it's just like impossible at this point. There's like not enough of this chakra, so he's got to focus on the attacking right now, whilst the other Kages like focus on taking down the Ten Tails. And it was like, I really would love to see something like maybe going back to like Obito or something like, or maybe Madara in this episode, but it's like definitely next week, as I'm saying. We're gonna be looking forward to that. I really liked as well that the other half of the episode was kind of dedicated to Orochimaru as well, and it was weird having Orochimaru in comedy. Like they were saying, like, oh, both you and fucking Kanin and Suigetsu are weird, and it's like, actually, you're the most weirdest. This is like they're fucking putting his head out and stuff. It was just weird. I don't know. I got a chuckle, but I'm like, is this really what the main villain, pretty much, of the original Naruto has become? Like, so I was like, really? Is he just did he just become like a comedy moment there with like Orochimaru? I would never expect that. And not to mention that he was helping Tsunade as well, and Katsu was over there saying, "No, don't trust you," and he's like, it's very weird just to see how he's changed and all that. And even when like Tsunade was saying, like, if he was like this back in the day, then Jiraiya might still be alive to this day, and it's crazy just to think about that, like all the actions. But then as well, they're saying, well, if I didn't change, it was probably going to be Jiraiya that changed. And I know, like, I do like Kishimoto never brought back Jiraiya in any way, like, with Resurrection, because he could have pulled off anything. He could have pulled, like, oh, like, he found an arm under the, that river or something like that. But I would have really liked to see his opinions right now on, like, everything that's been going on. Like, but I think in the end that him still staying dead, and that it's still, like, he's a symbol that he's not coming back. I think that's more of a deeper impact than it is like, oh, like all the other Kages like Minato came back and stuff like that. I mean, still tragic stuff, but definitely as well, I think more sentimental as well with Jiraiya, as he just left the biggest impact on like Naruto and really changed him for what who he is now. Overall, that it was an enjoyable episode. Not the most like progressive one. We saw one big hit on the Ten Tails. It didn't look like it did too much damage to it. And yeah, we've seen that, Tsunade's pretty healed up, and the other Kages as well are stuck in some slugs. So it was an alright episode. I'm going to give this one a 7. Next week, though, I don't know, but the animation looks amazing for next week with Kakashi versus Obito. It was like the preview was called. I was like, yo, let's go. And I see Madara. Madara looks so beastly in the preview. He's just like, they just laying there. He's just fucking laying there. I fucking love this guy. He's a fucking amazing villain. But all for me, I want to thank you very much for watching as always. Remember, I'll see you guys next time.